From the time she was a teenager, the script was already written for her. She learned quickly that attention was not earned through effort but given freely because of her looks. Compliments stacked up in her inbox, guys lined up in her orbit, and she barely had to lift a finger to receive validation. Teachers, classmates, strangers on the street, it was constant, and it conditioned her. Her self-worth, her sense of power, her confidence all became tied to this never-ending pursuit. Every glance, every compliment, every man willing to sacrifice his time and dignity just for a chance to be noticed reinforced the idea that her beauty alone was enough. She didn't have to chase, men were supposed to. This became her reality. When you've been told your whole life that men will always come to you, that pursuit is proof of desire, you begin to see it as natural law. So when she encounters a man who doesn't play along, who doesn't orbit her, who doesn't bend himself into knots for approval, it feels foreign. She doesn't know how to process it. A man who doesn't chase shatters the script she's been following since she was a girl. It leaves her uncertain, almost insulted, because in her world, indifference feels like rejection. Yet at the same time, she can't look away. Something about it intrigues her. She can't decide if she's supposed to feel threatened, annoyed, or curious, but one thing is undeniable, she notices. The man who doesn't chase becomes the anomaly, the exception. He forces her to confront a possibility she never had to face before, maybe her beauty isn't enough to control every man. And in that unsettling realization, he becomes unforgettable, not because he pursued her, but because he didn't. Most men respond to her presence with urgency. They reply instantly, they try to impress, they go out of their way to validate her because the fear of losing her drives them. That's the pattern she's used to. It's predictable, safe, and it feeds her ego. But when you don't play that part, when you refuse to chase, you change the entire dynamic. You force her to face a truth she rarely confronts, that her beauty alone isn't enough to command every man's attention. And that truth unsettles her deeply. She may put on an act, pretending not to care, trying to brush you off with coldness or sarcasm. She may even accuse you of arrogance, as if your calmness is an insult to her pride. But beneath the performance, she feels the sting of your indifference. You flipped the script she's depended on her entire life. Your refusal to chase proves something powerful, your life is already full without her. You don't need her to feel whole. You're not caught in her orbit because you have one of your own. And that's magnetic. It radiates strength in a way no flattery or gift ever could. It shows her you're not desperate for her validation, and that's precisely what she isn't used to. She can't handle it because it robs her of the automatic power she normally holds over men. Every compliment and every act of pursuit she receives is like fuel for her ego. But when you don't supply it, she feels a void. That void makes her uncomfortable, and instead of you questioning yourself, she begins to question her own value. The man who doesn't chase shifts the power without saying a word, and that silence speaks louder than any pursuit ever could. When you don't chase, she doesn't just sit still and accept it. She begins to test, because that's how she measures her influence. She wants to know if she can still reach you, if she can still trigger a reaction. Sometimes the tests are obvious, like posting more revealing pictures, suddenly becoming extra active online, or slipping another man's name into conversation just to gauge your response. Other times there's subtle sarcasm, teasing, little digs meant to provoke defensiveness. At the heart of it, all these moves are her way of saying, I'm losing my grip, so let me create tension and see if he bites. But the truth is, these tests are not about love. They're about control. The most common one is distance. She'll suddenly pull back, act busy, or disappear for days as if to prove she doesn't need you. In her mind, this scarcity is the ace card that forces men to panic. She wants you to feel abandoned, to chase harder so she can reclaim her comfort. But here's where the dynamic shifts, her distance only works on a man who fears losing her. When you don't, when you keep moving with your own life, her strategy backfires. Instead of you feeling the loss, she feels it. She begins to wonder why you're not checking in, why you're not fighting to bring her back, why her silence didn't pull you closer. Eventually, she may swing in the opposite direction, overcompensating with sudden sweetness or warmth, sending casual messages, bringing up memories, or pretending she's just being kind. But you have to see through it. Her behavior is a reaction to your calm. The man who doesn't chase destabilizes her games, and once they lose effect, she's left questioning herself more than she questions you. For women, control over a man's attention is more than just validation, it's confirmation of power. Every like, every message, every compliment reinforces her belief that she is irresistible, that men cannot help but orbit her. It's intoxicating, and she becomes accustomed to it. But when you refuse to play along, when you don't chase, you expose a truth she doesn't want to face: she is not the center of your world. That realization cuts deep because her entire sense of security has been built on the assumption that men will always feed her ego. When you starve it, she begins to unravel. This unraveling rarely looks calm or graceful. It usually looks chaotic. One day she might guilt-trip you, saying things like, "You've changed," or "You don't care anymore." The next day she could swing to flattery, reminding you how different you are from other guys, how much she admires you. Then, without warning, she goes cold again, acting as though your presence doesn't matter at all. What you're seeing isn't stability, it's a collapse. Her usual tricks no longer produce results, and the mask she wears begins to slip. The woman who once believed she could summon you with a text now finds herself checking your social media more than her own. She pays attention to your movements, notices who you're with, silently compares herself to the women she imagines might replace her. The deeper irony is that none of this behavior comes from love, it comes from the wound to her pride. Nothing pierces her ego more than realizing she was once desired and is now ignored. And the longer you stand firm, the more she feels that wound. Your indifference forces her to look inward, and that's something she has spent her whole life avoiding. Indifference carries a weight that few men understand. Hatred still shows attachment, because if she hates you, she's still emotionally locked in. But when you remain indifferent, when you show no fear of losing her, no panic when she pulls away, no eagerness when she baits you, it unsettles her far more than anger ever could. That silence, that calm refusal to be moved, forces her to sit with questions she doesn't want to ask. She begins to replay old conversations in her head, reread messages you once sent, and wonder where exactly she lost the grip she thought she had on you. It becomes a quiet obsession, not because she suddenly discovered some new love for you, but because the control she depended on has slipped away. The paradox is that while she might claim to dislike your indifference, she can't help but respect it. Deep down, women crave strength. They may not always say it, but they feel it. And strength isn't proven through constant pursuit or through desperate attempts to win her over. Strength is proven by restraint, by composure, by the ability to remain calm when she tries to provoke you. That's the kind of presence she remembers. Respect is the gatekeeper of attraction. Without it, no amount of affection or validation can hold her interest. Chasing makes her feel safe, but it never stirs desire. Indifference, however, ignites imagination. It makes her curious about you, about why you're different, about what you see in yourself that makes you so steady. That curiosity fuels her desire more than any flattery ever could. The man who doesn't chase earns the one thing she can't fake, her respect. And once that respect is in place, everything else begins to shift in your favor. What unsettles her most is not your absence but your stability. She is used to men bending, adjusting, and reacting to her moods like waves against the shore. One small hint of disinterest from her usually sparks desperate energy, calls, texts, apologies, promises. But when you don't flinch, when you remain steady in who you are regardless of what she does, she feels something she isn't accustomed to, the loss of control. That loss doesn't just irritate her, it captivates her. It creates tension, the kind of tension she can't easily resolve, because no amount of manipulation seems to work. The irony is that this very stability, which at first frustrates her, slowly begins to draw her closer. She may test harder, but underneath the surface she starts to admire it. She begins to notice the difference between you and every man who came before. Where others would have folded, you remained centered. Where others would have begged for reassurance, you gave none because you didn't need it. This quiet confidence creates a contrast so sharp that she can't ignore it. And here's the hidden truth: unpredictability is not found in chaos but in control. Most men think being unpredictable means acting wild, hot one day and cold the next. But the real unpredictability that keeps a woman hooked is emotional steadiness in the face of her storms. She cannot anticipate your reactions because you don't give her the typical ones. She expects panic, but you stay calm. She expects anger, but you stay composed. She expects pursuit, but you stay focused on your own path. That consistency becomes the mystery, and the mystery becomes the hook. It's not absence that makes her crave you, it's your unshakable presence.